What's up, YouTube? Uh, First thing first, man. Happy fucking New Year. I ain't gonna cap. I know for a fact my 2023 wasn't all that for real, for real. Y'all go ahead and tell me how y'all 2023 was and what y'all got planned for 2024. I know me, I got hella shit planned for 24. We finna go stupid 2024. I ain't even gonna cap. Y'all tell me what y'all got planned in the comment section. Y'all tell me how y'all last year went and shit. Just vibe, bruh. I mean, first reaction of the year for and so honestly, I feel like I'm doing too much talking. Let me shut the fuck up and get right into the video. Right now, we got 4 true paranormal. Am I saying that shit right? Cause mine could be a little slow. But 4 true paranormal horror stories animated. I ain't gonna lie, these bitches do be interesting. I ain't gonna cap. I don't know if they real for real. I mean, I think they real. I hope they not just creating fucking stories for real, for real. But I mean, shit. If some of these bitches do get a little too scary, I'ma hope that bitch is fake at some point, for real, for real. But we finna jump right into this bitch. If y'all like contents like this and shit like that, y'all already know what to do. Subscribe, like, comment, share, click the bell, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? My fault. I'm a newbie at this shit. I'm gonna get more comfortable as I continue to stream and shit like that. So don't give me too much, for real, for real. You know, y'all could talk y'all shit, but don't give me too much, for real, for real. So we finna jump into this bitch.
Do you believe in ghosts? I didn't either. But now that I think about the experience I had in past, I believe they may exist after all. It was one evening when I was working out in the gym along with some other friends. Me, Alexia, Cooper, Ivy, and Noah. We were working out. There was a fun conversation going on between us and
I don't know these niggas' names for real.
Along with some other friends. Me, Alexia, Cooper,
Alexia,
Ivy, and Noah.
Ivy,
We were
Cooper,
working out.
Noah.
There was a fun
Alexia, Ivy,
conversation
Cooper,
going on
Noah.
between us, and the topic was
Bet, 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 bet,
haunted
bet, 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 bet.
experience. They all were sharing their own experiences, and now it was my turn. Everyone started to look at me. I don't believe in paranormal, I said while laughing. Come on, Alexia, don't be a party pooper and just tell us about your experience, Noah said to me while pouting. What can I say? I never had such experience in my life. I laughed again. It was true that I didn't believe in paranormal stories, but I loved watching horror movies, etc.
Man, what the
because
fuck?
It looked fun
Man,
to
what
me.
the fuck?
Again, not scary, but fun.
Oh no,
Why
this
don't
bitch
we
weird,
help
bro. You
Alexia
watching this
gaining
shit
her
talking about some
first
not scary
horror
fun.
experience? What do you say, Noah?
You weird, shawty.
Cooper looked at Noah with a question and a mischievous look on his face. I look at them confused, but instantly realize.
Hold on, gang. Hold on, gang. Hold on.
Supercharge your business with the all-new Shopify point of sale. The
Oh,
all-in-one
alright.
POS solution built
Say,
on the
man, let
world's
me get
most
that.
powerful.
Stop trolling, bro.
Realize what they're about to do. I denied, but they ignored me. Ivy came up with the idea to visit the cemetery that's all the way around to the next.
Good thing. See, I already know how this shit finna go, man. Yeah, she said hell nah, but they finna peer pressure this motherfucker to do whatever the fuck they planning, bro. That is stupid as fuck. Me, I would never, bro. Daylight, moonlight, bro. I'm not going to no cemetery plan, bro. If I'm not going over there to bury a loved one, bro, I am not gonna be in no cemetery, bro. That shit is crazy. Talking about some pulling up to a cemetery to explore and shit for a paranoia moment. What? Y'all couldn't find something better to do? Like, y'all wildin', bro. Y'all wildin'. Y'all wildin'. It's only one smart one in the group right now. What the
horrifying
fuck?
accidents connected to paranormal
See, there go
activities.
them ritual shits.
There was also a rumor about that place, which stated that long time ago, a coven of witches were wrongfully murdered and burned at that cemetery. I believe.
And that's the cemetery y'all chose to go to, bro?
Someone may have murdered some women in the past because they always needed an excuse to do that, but never believed that they still haunts that place. I kept denying to go there at this hour, but none of them listened to me, and I was dragged along with them. They decided that we will drink and party at the cemetery for the entire night, and so we made a stop to buy all the things needed for an overnight cemetery party. I was thinking that they are just wasting their time and it won't matter because we won't see any ghosts there. I guess you didn't think through the plan.
See, I'm guessing she said, fuck it, alright, I guess I'll go. So they'll leave her ass alone thinking she ain't shit gonna happen and none of that, since apparently this bitch ain't never been in a paranoia moment. So, oh shit, we gonna
Made a
see, bro.
remark when we reached because it was completely dark. So each one of us turned on our phone's flashlights. Everyone was scared. So they decided that we will sit at the borderline at the cemetery
Hey, cuz,
so
why
that
you
we
got
can run if something happens.
cuff on, bro?
Cooper took
That's what
out the
I'ma
drinks
say,
and
bro.
edibles from the car, and we started drinking. I know each one of them was scared to their pants, but none of them was showing. We started drinking.
My fault for all this pausing, bro. See me, I know if I'm scared, bro, if I'm doing some shit I'm not supposed to be doing, and that shit is scaring me, bro, guess what I'm gonna do? Cut it the fuck out. These motherfuckers grabbing bottles and shit, about to get ready to smoke and shit, finna have a whole picnic at the motherfucking graveyard. Who the fuck have a picnic at the fucking graveyard?
Making jokes. That's when two men suddenly appeared out of nowhere. "What are you kids doing in a place like this? And
Why
on
y'all look
top
like
of
that?
that, at this hour?" one of them asked. To
Look like
me, they
Frankenstein and
looked
shit.
like drunken addicts. "Nothing, Uncle. Our friend here, Alexia, it's her birthday. So we are throwing her a party here because she's into these stuffs." Ivy replied in a very serious tone while making fun of
She
me.
lied like a motherfucker.
Everyone
That
else
girl
snickered.
said no.
The two men asked if they could drink together. We agreed, and they sat with us. As they started
Y'all clicked up with some fucking strangers at the graveyard, bruh. Y'all clicked up. Y'all go to the graveyard and some two randoms walk up and say, "Hey, what y'all on? Let us join." At nighttime, and y'all just eager to say, "Alright, fuck it, bet." I ain't gonna lie, bro. These four right here screaming stupid as fuck all around, bro. They
with us, one
screaming
of them
stupid.
said, "If you're all the way here to party, then why are you sitting on the borderline? Why not go inside?" We refused, saying that we don't want to go inside, and continued drinking. After about 8 to 10 drinks, all of us were totally drunk, and the man again said, "Oh, come on, let's bet you was the
See?
most daring one among you all.
Too friendly,
won't
bro.
believe if you're
Too
not a
friendly,
drinker."
bro. Too friendly, bro. Y'all just met. Why the strangers trying to make the show, bro? Y'all got something up y'all sleeves, bro. Like y'all wanna control what the fuck's going on at this point. Man, hell
After
nah,
getting
bro.
drunk, you feel like you're
You
on
join
top
in
of
on
the
the-
world,
see,
and you're
I
the
ain't
most fearless.
I ain't clicking with no. I ain't doing none of this shit at all. But my nigga, if I peep, see, my thing is, cause I can't even put myself in this position. I'm trying to say if I would never be in this position. So hypothetically speaking, if I was there, folks, with my gang, and two motherfuckers walk up and somehow they ask to join, and we say, yeah, bro, y'all joining, folks. Y'all not finna come and start the party, bro. Like that's sus, folks. That's
At the
sus.
moment. I was feeling the same, but before I could say anything, Cooper raised his hand and said, "I know, I have the most guts among us. I'll prove it to you by going all the way in and
You
coming
can
out."
prove yourself for a game.
After saying
To
that,
these motherfuckers
he
you
just
don't
got
know.
up and went inside. We could see his
Hey,
phone's
this where
flashlight for a
this is
while,
what's
but
stupid.
then it
I don't know what
disappeared.
happened, but I just like
We
my
waited for him
instincts.
to return.
My instincts ain't gonna fail me, man. This stupid, and I'm not saying it's stupid for no reason, but this is what happened to stupid people, bro. Like when y'all not think with y'all brain, when y'all want to explore too fucking much, bro, in the wrong spots.
About an hour.
I'm
but
talking
when he
like
did
one
it,
of they ass
we
get
decided
slaughtered
to
or
go
some
look for
shit,
it.
man.
The
It's just the
drunkenness
paranoia.
was slowly fading, and we started to grow concerned for Cooper. As we were
hold on,
going
y'all.
was, except for the two men who were drinking with us earlier.
What I miss?
The drunkenness was slowly fading, and we started to grow concerned for Cooper. As we were going inside, I turned the flashlight towards Other to check if everyone's there.
Don't tell me Cooper went with them strangers, bro.
Everyone was,
thinking he
except
bold
for
and
the
shit.
2 men who were drinking with us earlier. Now at this moment, everyone got scared, thinking that they must be ghosts. But I said that maybe they just went home. Everyone looked a bit relieved at my response. But that's when I noticed Cooper passed out near a tombstone. We hurried towards him and woke him up. Started to panic and saying stuffs. We first took him out of there, and then asked again what happened. He told us that as he was walking inside, his flashlight suddenly stopped working, and as he was trying to turn it on, he saw those 2 men from before right behind him. He asked for help, but they didn't respond, and suddenly, slowly and creepily started to come forward. Their faces had turned as
Whoa!
He ran from him as long as he could, but they caught up to him. They pinned him down on the floor and crawled over him. And as they were
They
about
raped
to
you,
kill
gang?
him, he heard footsteps and passed out. When he was telling us that story, we were standing just outside the borderline. We looked over to where we were drinking and saw the 2 disposable glasses filled with drinks inside the borderline. As everyone else were looking over drinks and panicking, I could see even in the darkness that inside.
Why nobody running yet? If I'm Cooper, bro, I'm telling y'all straight up, let's get the fuck out of here. I'll explain later. Straight up.
2 fading figures were glaring in our direction. We got so scared that we instantly got inside the car and
Should have
drove
did
to
that
our
already,
homes.
bro. You should have been
We
did that.
decided not to tell anyone or speak about this ever again.
Stupid. Could have
Hey,
ended
guys.
worse, man.
Thanks so much for all the support. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please
Hey,
feel free
man,
to do
I
so.
don't even know who this. Damn, my fuck game. Hey, shout out to DSA Dark
This
Knight
incident
Anime.
happened about a year
I
ago.
think that's what it is.
I was working in a corporate company.
Shout out to
Every
bro,
day
for real,
during
for real. My dumb ass on stupid shit right now. My fuck, my fuck.
Do you believe in ghosts? I didn't either. But now that I think, so scared that we instantly got inside the car to speak about this ever again. Hey guys.
Hey,
thanks
man, my
so much
fault
for
for the
all
fireworks
support.
if y'all happen to hear
If you haven't
fireworks,
subscribed,
man. They popping in bitches
this
outside.
incident happened
It's
about
New
a year
Year's.
ago. I was working in a corporate company. Every day during lunchtime, I used to go downstairs to the roadside to smoke with my other colleagues. Though I was younger than all of them, there was no senior junior among us. Rather, we were like friends, so we used to smoke and chat. Many others were there too, but I didn't care about others. One day, my friend pointed his finger at someone and told me to look at him. He was a mortician. He told me to come with him, so we went and got to talking about him, and found him to be very pleasant and interesting. He was really a kind and true gentleman. Often he used to tell us some stories he experienced at his work. One day we went to him and asked him to tell us another story. This time, he refused to do so. He told us that this story is different from all that we had heard till now. We insisted on him telling that story, and finally, he agreed. He said that there was a little boy about 4 years old, and he was really cute, delicate, and sweet. Somehow, he ran under a car and got crushed. His family members,
adorable, gang.
especially his father, were crying and wailing about his
Oh
child's
my,
dead
I
body.
don't even want to think about.
No one could imagine
Shit,
how
let me
much
shut up.
pain he was experiencing after losing his
Boy, got his
child.
ass whacked,
He was
man.
completely broken after seeing his little kid's body all covered in red.
Y'all
The
ain't had to
kid's
use
body
this-
was taken to
y'all
our
ain't had to
hospital
use
for
that much
post-mortem
blood, man.
and kept in the morgue.
This is
after
not
that.
for the weak
The
stomach,
next
y'all.
day, his funeral was held, and after his funeral, when everyone left from there and the caretakers of the funeral yard locked the place, only 2 guards were there on that night and silent night, and I was one of them. After a few hours of the funeral, we both heard some kid crying
Why y'all
and
got
calling
on the
his
same
dad.
fit?
I had never experienced something like that ever before,
Twinsies,
but the
nigga.
other one who was with me had already faced several situations like that, and he told me that it was the kid's soul that was searching for his father. At first, I was a little scared after he confessed to me that after the child's body was burned, he was still crying and was asking for his father because it was not his time to be dead and his soul couldn't accept going away from his father. I was feeling pity for that kid, but didn't know how to help him. There was no way I could have talked to him and asked him to stop crying as he was not alive anymore. But that kid's voice was making me impatient minute by minute. We both were almost on the brink of bursting into tears when the other guard who was with me asked me to keep this thing only between us, and he didn't want anyone to know what he did after that. He actually called that kid's dad and asked him to please come and visit the funeral yard as soon as possible. He also asked him to come alone. At first, he was a little hesitant. He ensured that he would not harm him, and the kid's father agreed to come. After about half an hour, his father came and asked for the reason to call him. But before I could explain anything to him, he heard his kid name and asked for the reason to call him. But before...
Did I miss something, bro? Why these niggas like... I must have missed some. Why these niggas dressed the same from top to bottom, bro? What the fuck?
Explain anything to him. He heard his kid's voice and started running towards his funeral. His father went there and cried a lot while hugging him. Though we couldn't see anything, I knew it was his little kid. He was so happy to listen to his kid's voice even after his death. He told his little kid,
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Your son is dead, bro. He dead, bro. I ain't your son, bro. What the fuck? Man, love ain't gonna drive me to be that insane, bro. What the fuck? Cuz you in danger, bro. What the fuck, bro? You talking to a whole ghost,
to take
a
you
spirit,
back with
man.
Back to our home. Daddy loves you so much,
soul,
kid,
my nigga,
and also misses you so much.
Soul, cuz.
Now let's go. And from this day on, I will never leave you alone, even for a minute. And there was a miracle.
Hey, bury their ass together. This boy
The voice
wildin'.
of the little kid suddenly vanished, and his father went home like he was holding his kid's hand and taking him back home. And after that, there was no more crying or asking for daddy ever after that. But after some time, we both got frozen when we looked back at the kid's funeral. The little kid's father was lying there. We both wondered what happened there. We just saw the father and kid going out of the yard while holding hands, and now his father was lying there on the same spot his kid was burnt.
This nigga
We
killed
ran
himself,
toward
bro.
him to check on him and found that he was already dead. We both were shocked. The kid was calling his dad, and now his father left his body to meet his kid. This was something that we never expected. After listening to all of this, both of us almost cried. And while we were lost in his story, we didn't notice that our whole office members were also involved in listening to his story, and everyone's eye.
Hey, bro, how he died, though? How that nigga die? Ain't no blood, bro. So the son couldn't have killed. How that nigga die? What he did? Hold his breath, bro?
Were filled with
Poisoned
tears.
himself or some shit, bro.
After
How the
listening
fuck?
to his story, one thing I really learned is love can cross time and death. I believe that
Would
the
never
love
make me
between the
insane,
little kid
man.
and his father was so
Nah,
strong
bruh.
that they found peace with each other. They crossed
You ain't got
the
nobody
bridge
else
of
though, gang. I mean, I
eternity
know that's your
to
boy,
be with
but
each other.
damn,
year,
bro, he talking
we
about
go-
something. One die, both die. I'm sorry, bro. And damn, y'all not gonna tell us how bro died? What the fuck? This shit better not be over.
Up in Millerville, Alabama. Where
That was the end of the story?
every year, we
How the fuck he died, bro? Like, come on, bro. Y'all should have told us how he died. Like, y'all just talking about some. Y'all found a dead body, bro. How the fuck he died, bro? Stuff like, ain't if you hold your breath, you pass out and start breathing again after. Like, bro, how the fuck this nigga die?
hunting up in Millerville, Alabama, where my in-laws have
I'm
a
blown.
cabin. I come from New Hampshire and spend most of my time outdoors in the woods growing up, and I don't scare easily. However, I don't know what it is, but those early morning and after dark walks to and from the hunting stance in the Alabama woods scare the daylights out of me. There's something different about the woods there, and I can't put my finger on.
Hey, y'all list the scariest story from all four of these from least scariest to most scariest so far. I ain't gonna cap, the last one wasn't all that. Was I don't know what that was, but I'm sticking with the first one so far, with them two motherfuckers pulling up, changing shape, shifting their face and shit.
I just
Nah,
kind of
bruh.
always felt uneasy. So this one area that we hunt has an old abandoned house on it. My brother-in-law told me that it was the old Alexander place. He said when he was very little, he remembered going there with his dad. I guess they all got to go drinking, and old man Alexander pulled out a gun and just shot himself through his foot for no reason other than he was absolutely crazy, I guess. My father and brother-in-law booked it out of there. And so, my first trip hunting up there, he showed me the hole in the floor. I guess about 15 or so years later, old man Alexander dies. His kids didn't want anything to do with him, so he died out there all alone.
Damn.
In fact, they didn't find his body for a couple of months because no one ever even checked in on him.
Hey, that
Apparently,
fucked up,
he
bro.
got dressed in a Sunday best, laid down in his
What you ever
bed,
do to y'all? Did I
and
miss
pulled
some?
the trigger. 1 year after that, I got out of my stand for my morning hunt, and I
This nigga
decided to
made
make a
himself
pit
bleed out
stop
or
over
something?
at the old Alexander
Nah,
place.
they said like 15 years later.
The
bro.
trail to my stand runs along
I
a
told
creek
you I could be a
bottom
little slow.
and is about 3 miles from the hardtop, about 2 miles from the hardtop on the same trail as the intersection
run
that
faster
leads
than
to
that.
Alexander's place. It goes for a good mile and is completely overgrown with just enough room to go through with my Honda. Started to get creepy down there when the house finally comes into view. Now, I know it's been about 5 or 6 years since I've been there, but the place was decaying fast. I forgot how spooky it was down there. The place is in the bottom of a hollow, all overgrown, extremely dark. The house was covered in kudzu, and a big tree had fallen and caved in a large portion of the roof. I shut off my four-wheeler, and right away I'm freaked out by the complete and total lack of noise. No birds, no chipmunks, nothing.
I wouldn't be there, bro. Why y'all like exploring so much, man?
Not a sound. I get to the front door and open it up. The floor is covered in leaves and pine needles from the hole in the roof. It's dark, dank, and musty, and smells a little of rotting flesh. I reason to myself that there's probably a
Get
dead
up.
animal under the house, or something, and continue about. This house is pretty small, with one room for the kitchen and living room, and a single bedroom and bathroom off to one side. Now, at this point, my mind is telling me to just get out of there. But my sense of exploration wouldn't listen to
nigga.
reason. I started poking around. And I'm
Nigga, hey,
amazed
man, these
because
niggas in this bitch
everything
smooth as
seemed to be
hell.
just as old Alexander had left it. Granted, he'd been gone many years and things were rotting away, but it looked like it hadn't been touched. I started to wonder about what he did to make his family just straight up abandon him to
That's
the
what
point
I'm
that they
saying,
didn't even
though.
come
They ain't
around
even
to
fuck with
scavenge for
him.
things to sell, just left him to decompose and then found him and abandoned the house afterwards. Now, you have to understand something about me. I've been an antique collector for years, and in particular, I collect old pictures and period frames. As I look around me, I see beautiful old family pictures set in very ornate original wooden frames. 3 of them are in the bedroom and in perfect condition. The others are in the living room, where the tree crashed through the roof. Those portraits were ruined, but the frames were still intact for the most part. So for the next hour, I started digging through the paperwork, reading letters, looking at closets, and such like that.
Why you so comfortable, bro? I just don't get it, man. Why you so comfortable, bro? Niggas bold
I'm
as fuck,
totally
man.
engrossed and almost
Too
unaware
bold.
of everything around me. I end up looking in his bedroom, looking under the bed, and I pull out an old box of letters that old man Alexander wrote to his wife during the war. I sit down on the old mattress and start reading for about half an hour, I guess. I'm halfway through this one letter, and bang, the loud echo of a gun goes off. And it sounded like it was right in the room with me. I could even feel the concussion. It was so close. Now, if anyone has ever heard the effects of a gunshot in the house, then they know that there's a big difference between in the house and right out.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I know exactly what he talking about, bro. I ain't gonna speak too much on that, but yeah, that bitch loud. That shit is crazy, bro.
Inside the house. And this was definitely in the house. And it felt like it was in the bedroom that I was in. I pretty much froze for a couple of seconds, and actually slightly peed myself. At first,
Grown
I didn't know
ass
if it
man,
was my
bruh.
brother-in-law messing with me, or some crazy mountain man shooting wildly.
Cuz, you are in a haunted house, bro. Why do you think motherfuckers pulling tricks on you, bro? You're in a haunted house. Who knows you here? Who the fuck know bro's here, bro? Like,
My
come
rifle
on,
was in
man.
my
You
car
ain't
outside.
stupid, bro. Well,
So if that second
you
part
proving
was
me
the
wrong a
case,
little bit.
I was screwed. I took a decisive course of action and ran out of there. I jumped in my Honda and white
Nigga run
that
like
sucker
he in a
all the way
dream,
back
bro.
to the cabin. I got there and told him the whole story. Of course, they immediately wanted to go back there and check it out. So we all drove back there and had a good look around. But there was
Let me not
nothing
act
to
like
be seen
I've never seen
and went
motherfuckers make
back
stupid ass
inside with my
decisions like this,
brother-in-law
bro.
as we were standing in
Story
the
number
bedroom.
1. Come on now.
He said it was probably the ghost of old man Alexander, either replaying his fate or warning me to get out. I ended up taking all the pictures with me. I refinished 5 of them and put old family pictures of my own in them and hung them on the walls of our farmhouse. I didn't destroy any of the original Alexander portraits out of respect
Oh
and
shit.
stored them in
About
my
to drop
den.
my motherfucking setup and shit.
The last portrait is of old Alexander himself in an ornate and convex glass frame, and it hangs intact in my foyer. It may sound kind of creepy to you, but it felt right to me. I think he may approve as well. I haven't been back there since that day, and I never will. But every time I get out of my stand after dark and ride my four-wheeler past the Alexander intersection, I put the high beams on and pin it all the way back to the cabin.
That shit was not
The
scary,
story
bruh.
happened a month ago.
That shit was that
There was
stupid.
hands down the scariest moment of my life.
Oh shit.
Everything turned out
My
fine.
shit finna
In
die on
the
my
end,
eyes.
no one died or anything. Thank goodness for that. But I really did not think that at the time, it goes something like this. My friend and I were very interested in witchcraft. We live in the Bible Belt, and there has always been a strong stigma against paganism or spiritual beliefs other than Christianity. Like any sane human beings, we naturally rebelled and became fascinated with witchcraft, the occult, and other stuff like that. That's not to say that we're
I don't fuck with none of that. Witchcraft, rituals, cult, all that demonic shit, bro. What the fuck, man? People be too curious, bro. People be way too fucking curious, bro.
satanic
Way
or
too curious, bro.
anything. Those kind of people definitely exist, but we were really just interested more so than generally trying to discover a new religion or something. I mean, I still go to church every Sunday. Anyway, a couple of years ago, I had introduced my friend to witchcraft. She didn't know anything about it before, but wow, she really went off the deep end. I was only moderately interested, but she took it to a new extreme. She even runs some kind of witch group on Facebook. I heard it's pretty popular. She knows witches and warlocks from all over the world and regularly participates in paganistic festivals.
Cut that hoe off, man. This bitch dangerous, bro. She got weird connections, bro. Come on, man.
This one weekend, my parents had planned a trip to go to the beach. It was their anniversary. They took a trip every year to somewhere different, although it seemed like they almost always picked the beach for some
Motherfuckers
reason.
be too
It was
comfortable
never
in
the
the
same
most
beach, but
in
a
the
beach
most
nonetheless.
you shouldn't be comfortable
Anyways,
ass situations,
This
bro.
was our opportunity to hang out all weekend without any interference from my parents or anyone else. As I'm sure you're already guessing, we were going to be doing some witchy stuff. That wasn't the only thing we had planned though. Late that Friday night, we had simply watched a movie. The next day, we spent most of our time doing our nails and makeup. We didn't really have anywhere to go. So we just walked down to the convenience store that's down the road from my house. There's a small diner inside of it. They only offer
Look like
a couple
Burger
of
King,
things to
nigga.
eat. So we went there, got some waffles at like 3, and natural waiting
I'm a little
around for a
sick,
while.
so I gotta keep the
Decided to
clear
go
my throat
back
and
to
shit.
my
My
place.
fault, y'all.
By the time we were getting settled in for the night, I could feel both of our moods changing. We were both getting really excited to do the ritual. We talked about it a
Man,
little
was that
bit
a
here and
damn
there.
Ouija board,
We were
bro?
both getting really excited.
Hey, bro, for all the stupid mugs that really feel like trying this shit real, bro. Like that Ouija board shit is real, bro. I ain't finna speak too much on that shit because I don't know much, but I know some motherfuckers who've done that shit, and that shit real, bro. Like you could bring actual spirits around you, demons around you, fucking with that shit right there, bro. It's real, bro. Shit
Ritual.
weird.
We talked about it a little bit here and there. She told me that she had something grand planned for that night. She didn't tell me what exactly that was going to be though.
Party with the
Well,
ghost.
you got settled in for the night, and by the time we did, the sun was already setting.
Mom ain't here, man.
We
Let's
were
fuck
going
around
to
and
do
invite some
this
fucking
ritual.
ghost in this bitch. Probably
I
have a
asked my
party in
friend
this
if she
bitch.
wanted to do it, and she said yes.
Stupid.
She went to her backpack that she brought to get something out. I wasn't sure what it was going to be. I honestly
It look
wasn't
like an
sure what
alphabet
physical
board, don't
objects
it?
you needed to
Stupid.
do any kind of ritual. I mean,
You got
can't
this
you
little
just
innocent
channel your
motherfucker around this
spirituality
shit.
or
Well,
something?
this whole stupid
Well,
as fuck too. I ain't gonna
remember
lie. She know
feeling
what she's
something.
signing up for.
And my body changed. The second she got it out, the atmosphere was different. The hair on my arms were standing up. And she
That's
pulled
somebody
out
blowing
a
on
Ouija
you.
board. I don't know if you believe in any of this stuff, but I can tell you that I was
Big time.
only a half believer.
I didn't until
I
the
felt
people
my body
around me.
physically change.
Some people I knew did that
the
shit,
second I was in the presence
and I
of
got
that
the
board.
info.
This has
This-
certain power to it.
The
The ability
fireworks.
to communicate with spirits or ghosts may be something else entirely. Who knows? My friend brought the Ouija board to the kitchen table, and we both sat down. My mind was racing with questions. All we can say for sure is that I wanted to talk to a ghost. I already knew who
Why?
I wanted to speak with before we even started
And
channeling
loved one,
anything.
I'm guessing.
My grandmother. She
Well,
had
that makes
horrible
sense,
cancer
man.
toward the end of her
That
life.
makes sense, man. If
And
you're
that
trying to
was how
speak
she
to a love,
died.
I still wouldn't
She
do that
passed away
shit,
in
bro.
this
That shit too
house.
dangerous.
It was a
If
few
you
years
behind,
back.
if in your mind you just trying to talk to a loved one, bro, genuinely, bro, I see it. I see the curiosity. Nah, though, bro. Nah, bro. But some motherfuckers just be doing that shit for fun. Like that shit is not a fun, bro. It's not. It's you got games you could play for fun, bro. You got other shit you could do for fun, bro. You
I was
fuck
young.
with your.
I always had
man,
this
you
feeling
fucking
that I
with
didn't
yourself
spend
and
enough
shit.
time
Hell
with
nah,
her.
bro.
And I always
Risking
had a
your
lingering feeling
your
that her
mental
spirit
health
was
and
still
I don't know
with
if
us.
it's physical health.
And
for real.
tonight
You risking your
was going
mental
to
health
be the
at
night
that bullshit,
that I got
bro.
to speak with her once and for all. We sat down and began the ritual. Unfortunately, we didn't have any candles, so we just had to turn out all the lights except for the stove light.
ass.
There was also some light coming in from a street light outside, and it looked really good and spooky. I told her that we were going to be talking to my grandma first, that she was still in the house with her. She agreed, and we started calling out her name. So here first weird
All right,
part.
man, I'm back.
I only addressed the spirit as my grandma. I never told my friend
And my
what
shit done, man. I gotta put this shit in charge.
She
bro.
was
I don't know what
still
I
in the
missed, so
house
my
with
fault. I
us.
gotta
She
rewind this.
agreed,
hoe.
and we
Why the
started
fuck this
calling out her
Why the
name.
fuck do I need a new charger in this
So
bit
here was
down?
the first weird part. I only addressed the spirit as my grandma. I never told my friend what my grandmother's actual name was. As much as I kind of wanted to believe that I was going to be able to speak with her, I felt like it would have been disrespectful to use her full name when doing the ritual. So I only
See,
refer
my
to her
setup
as
starting to piss
Grandma.
me off now. Don't do this, bro.
Eventually,
Don't do
we
that,
got a
bro.
reply. We
My
asked
shit
if
dying on
anyone
me
was
and
with
shit.
us. The first time we asked if anyone was with us. The first time we asked, it went to now. Then again the second time. But the third time, the pointer went to yes. Now this is where it gets freaky.
Obviously, a motherfucker in there with y'all if they answering the damn question. Yes or no.
Because when we ask out who was with us, it spelled out my grandmother's name. Again, my friend did not know my grandmother's name. I just found it weird. After the name had been spelled out, my friend asked me who it was. When I told her that it was my grandmother's name, she started getting
But that
really
shit
excited.
real, bruh.
That wasn't
shit
the
real,
feeling that I
bruh.
got to. I got really freaked out. It made me nervous. And that was the moment that I had realized that there was more to this world than what we see way more.
That's what I'm fucking
I
talking
totally
about,
get
bro.
it if it
Real
doesn't
shit.
prove anything for you, especially because you can't verify what I'm saying. But for me, it was more than enough. Unfortunately, that was the only paranormal activity that we got all night. Nothing else of interest happened. Didn't stop us from trying again. The next day, though, my friend and I followed a similar routine on Saturday, and by the time it was getting dark, we had that vision board out. My parents had to be home on Sunday, so we knew that this was going to be our last night of doing this. So it happened like this. We sat down to try and contact another spirit. This time, we didn't try to contact my grandma. We just tried in a spirit in the vicinity you were in the house. I remember sitting down with my friend and saying, if anyone was with us, please, will you give us a sign? And at that exact moment, we heard a loud banging on the garage door. We both started screaming because we thought some kind of horrible spirits had been unleashed. We freaked out for a little while, but get this, it was my dad. He knew that I was letting my friends sleep over at our house and wanted to pull a joke on us, and they had been funny for him, and he still laughs about it sometimes. But it was absolutely mortifying for me in the moment to think that I had unknowingly unleashed some kind of demonic beast into the world. That was truly the worst part, because it made me realize if we had somehow done something in the spiritual realm, there wasn't really anything we can do to undo it. There's no Control plus Z with a ghost.
I ain't gonna lie. That's gonna be the end. Oh, hold on, pimp. Hold on, pimp.
A business account?
That's gonna be the end of the video, man. Thanks for watching. Like I said though, what y'all thought was the scariest to the least scariest? Me though, I'm gonna go ahead. The first one to me though was the scariest, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that first. I ain't gonna cap. The next three weren't really all that scary, bro. Shit. But if I have to list them, the second one was with the boy dying, and then his dad died with him. The third one was the dude shooting himself in the foot. All right. I'm gonna give the second scariest to the boy and his dad. The third was the one we just watched, the Ouija and shit like that. And the fourth is the nigga that shot himself in the foot for real. But besides the point, dog, thanks for watching. Once again, Happy New Year's to all y'all. Your fam, your folks, your friends and shit like that. Tell me what y'all got planned for the New Year's. Tell me how y'all last year went and shit like that. And shit, that'll be it, man. See y'all on the next reaction.